where you have that economic control, the losing bonus builds up, CT side gets a very strong buy, and then they go on a tear. Sometimes it's just a delayed response from the CT side because they don't have money, so Vitality, plenty of time to put more rounds on the board. Oh, Apex gave us a whole theater class right there. That wasn't just a reaction, that was a whole... He was given a prompt and he rolled with it.
Yeah, but he just is the most memeable person I know, I think. It's just quite amazing. He needs his own show or something. Like, can we get like an Apex cooking show where... I just want to see Apex reacting to different things in general. I think it would be great. I don't think he realizes, but he's got like a giant career ahead of him if he wants.
Well, Masuta and Shox going to take control of A-holes. Shox leading the way, at least for the moment. Apex and RPK control Banana. This looks like with 3 players in the B bomb site, NIP with that solid victory in the previous round, starting to feel comfortable with changing up the defense and trying some new things. It looks like they want to pounce for top Banana control at a delayed reaction when they hear the noise, but the sound cues aren't there because the players aren't there. They're going to hop up mid right now. It's Hampus and Twist to defend.
There's a pretty good double stack there towards Arch. Hampers in the corner. They have Molotovs that could be dangerous if they push through right as he's running out of it, but otherwise it should be a good defensive setup there between Twist and Hampus. Let's see. Smoke is now just fading, and they're not pushing through around the corner yet. Heavy stack over at the B side though for NIP, so this has to work. Hampus gets a kill, but close range is Saiwu. He ran him down with the AWP, no scoping him in the corner, and that's a problem for the A side, a huge problem in fact.
Yeah, there's no one in the site, there's no one in pit, and now you have the best opera in the world holding on to Rap side. Good flashbang, oh, that's perfect! Oh, but a missed opportunity from Twist! That could be the round right there. I don't think Twist can even hold this bomb site long enough for his teammates to rotate over, and Zaiwu can back away. They've got to be worried about him still holding this portion of the map. In NIP, a risky defense with no one actually in the bomb site, and they did not get enough production out of it.
No, they really needed that Arch double there to do way more. They needed to not just trade it evenly, they needed to come out on top, and it never happened. Bobsky going down, trying to fight Saiwu, who's now down in the pit, and Nork and Rez are going to start to fall back. I've just never really seen a defense like that. I can't even really explain it. 3 in B, 2 at Arch, and nobody in the A-bomb site.
I don't mind it, but you're exactly right. That defense just needs to provide way more. I was surprised to see the Arch player throw a Molotov on contact and not swing with him. That feels like it should be a gun-out scenario where they can wipe out that whole half of the attack, or at least enough kills to make Vitality not want to attack the A-bomb site, right? Now, part of this is very lucky that that Molotov didn't spread into the cubby, because Zaiwu was going to go down if it did. And obviously, if Twist comes out of library with that flashbang and hits that shot, Zaiwu goes down, and then they have a real chance to set up a staging for the retake, or at least a challenging 3-on-3. None of those things happened, so everything just goes against NIP, but that's what the benefit of having the economy, of having a clean round previously provides. You can take a risk like that.
6-1. I mean, this is just a fantastic start coming out right now for the Vitality team. You wonder when they're going to start to run into serious trouble. There's, what, 10,000 before the buy here on RPK? Kind of the same on Apex. How do you like this look for Cyber? I actually think it fits him kind of well.
I need some more time with it. You know, I've gotten used to his image.
It's on a webcam as well. You get.
It feels a little grainy. I feel like it's going to be better in person.
All right.
I feel like maybe that's when I'll be able to actually draw my conclusions.
Makes him look more focused. I think maybe that's what I'm enjoying.
He does look like a really friendly cartoon character when he has hair. Like, you wouldn't imagine him being, like, super, like, deadly or intimidating in the game. You know, you would never pick him out of a lineup and say, that's the best player of 2019.
Yeah, and he's the real killer.
This is the face of dominance.
Yeah, I agree, but But there we are. Twist in the corner, flashed. Oh, he needs some backup. Hampers trying to get in to help him out. Nice shot from Twist. Hampers goes down though, and again, the trading is leaving the path wide open into the A-bomb side. Rez is now scrambling to get here, but if he goes down, the round is done. I mean, it almost already is. He's just struggling to find anywhere to stand, and they're coming in from all sides, and backup is not there yet. They know where he is, and yeah, it's almost certainly round done. Nice shot from Plopsky, but they need to think about it whether or not they want to give up these rifles.
They're almost at the point where they kind of have to go for it. 7-1 is going to be the scoreline if Vitality can take this map. Nade goes into the site. It's not going to do enough damage to finish off Zywoo. In fact, it will do no damage at all.
This A-bomb side is...
NIP backs away.
Yeah, it's just crumbling, isn't it? What's going on?
This is one of the most unrelenting T-sides I've seen from a French team in a number of years, I feel. They have not, from initial contact, they have not stopped whatsoever. And the real problem is, like, NIP's not showing that they can resist any of it at the A-bomb site, so why would Vitality switch things up?
It's almost like a return to traditional French Counter-Strike, which on this map used to be exactly like you were just saying. It's like once there was contact, the fight just didn't really stop. That was like a 2014-15 type deal. Yeah, it's really, really hard to deal with, obviously, especially when they trade favorably in the beginning like this. I would really love it if one of these rounds, let's say one of these rounds where Apex or someone else spawns close to the forward zone there in T-spawn, if they just go quick banana and just hope that NIP have overstacked the A side or something like that.
Mate, this haircut look makes I would look like Darth Vader.
Ooh. There's gotta be some merch, available at some point for that.
Yep. He smiles a little bit too much for Vader, but the look is there. It's perfect. You put him in that black suit, the mask on.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure people are already working on the photoshops as we speak. Get him ready. Plopsky started to fall back. There's the stack towards the A-bomb side I was talking about. I mean, again, this is a pretty common strategy, so it's not like has to be a sign of any kind of panic or weakness out of NIP, but it's just that if Vitality find the right round to go B where that stack was happening, it would be so devastating to the Swedes, surely. Yeah, Nork falling back. He was just there to throw a smoke. If they have the right read here, it's going to be so disgusting. They're now rotating Twist back in, so it's rotating more and more people back into B to throw smokes.
I don't know what NIP does here. B split coming in, Molotov out in the boxes, good shot from Nock, retreating battle, he's got another one. Some fine shooting, and the bomb is dropped right in front of him, and I don't think there's a way that Vitality can retake it. I don't even think they can pick it up. He's got a second player coming from behind him, and even if they do get the bomb, they'll only have less than 20 seconds to actually get into the site. Zywoo has an angle. There's the first pick. A flashbang comes in. Oh, Zywoo's got that. He peeks before the flash. But again, the clock is their final boss, and they can't make it in time. They've got to rush through the smoke, and they're going to rush into their death.
Wow, nice shooting from Rez, but you're absolutely right. It was definitely the clock that was the big problem, and Plopsky was sneaking up behind him as well, so 7-2, 10th round there, but again, Zywoo just displaying exactly how dangerous he can be.
Feels like, yeah.
I was gonna say, maybe that is the secret for him all along, is that he actually is using the Force.
Yeah, he knows what's coming. He's got those pod racing reactions.
Exactly. Well, finally a round for NIP. It's not really good enough, but I guess it's a single step in the right direction here.
I think the real problem for them is the AWP seems to be one of the things that's had the most success for NIP on this CT side, but they don't have one this round. It was taken away from them. They weren't able to recover it back in CT spawn.
They got a lot of banana control this time, though. Nork and Plopsky both holding it for a long time. I think that could be really beneficial. Though they don't know what's happening on the A side, but I guess they can kind of guess, so as long as no one's at banana. Smoke goes up at a perfect time, and the lineup is there. Beautiful stuff. Blobsky and Nork shutting it down. That's timing on that smoke could not possibly have been better.
Ooh, there's a peek. Shox is going to pick off Twists. Any damage that Vitality can do is good. The money is still not great for NIP. Any rebar they can force out of this defense is going to hinder them moving forward. So Vitality looking for kills even if they end up losing. Masuto's going to get knocked, and now they have a chance. Oh, the young gun of Vitality. And they're going to switch back to A. And they might actually be able to lure Hampus into a peek. He's on the right side of mid. He hears the footsteps, though, and he's going to play it safe. Yeah,
this is smart play from him. Instead of taking the fight right away, they line up in front of him, and he'll shut it down. That was, I think that was heads up. Again, if he had gone for the fight in the middle there, maybe they would have traded him right away, and it would have been a bit of a disaster.
Oh, they cleared Boiler too. They were looking at it, and they just looked away before clearing that deep corner. What a great round from Masuta. NIP almost throw it away still. Very effective in a loss for Vitality. And they're going to buy again here. They have the money. Apex can drop weapons. Shox and Zywoo can both buy whatever they want. So the pressure has not abated for NIP. There's still a chance Vitality can bury them in this half.
Yeah, they've got them deep underground already, so you're absolutely right. Got some Mac 10s coming out, and yeah, sign of the slightly dwindling economy of Vitality finally taking a bit of a dive here. And NIP, I mean, it's not like they're building a lot, but they're certainly trying. Just need another round to stack on top, and I think then we're into a changing tide here that could start to favor NIP a bit. It's the pistol on RPK, but someone could have dropped for him. Is that just... I'm confused.
I mean, this could be, you know, the Frenchies playing with the economy a little bit, saying, let's go, you know, for, we can use these Mac 10s in a certain situation, the P250 in a certain situation, and still have money moving forward for the next round. It might be their way of just preserving some money, even with the dangerous buy, so that they don't ever have to full save.
Yeah, it could be. Well, they're down in the pit. This is actually pretty aggressive. Oh, they're on the bomb side as well. Everyone is blind. Masuta going down. RPK and Apex with a bit of a return. And RPK's just a pistol. He didn't need anything else. A huge double kill. And now Nork is in a 1 versus 3. I don't know how that happened.
I can't believe it. The kills from RPK are stunning. Nock is going to hard clear it. He does take a dink from the Mac 10. Bomb is not planted yet. It's tossed over. It doesn't make it. Oh, they messed up, and now Shox. Certainly you can rely on him. Maybe not to throw a bomb, but at least to win a 1 versus 1. He's losing a lot of time as Nock rotates around. He's gotten here pretty quick, as Shock's going to be prepared for it. The plant goes down. Nock has got this one. Nock has played it perfectly, and he saved NIP.
Oh my god, that is so disturbing to watch. How did they lose that 1 versus 3, and how did you not throw the bomb? There needs to be some kind of Counter-Strike CrossFit games where you just learn how to do that. This is...
Listen, America's been saying for years you need to start playing baseball.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. No one ever says that. It's the worst sport.
I wouldn't know. I don't even think I know how you even play the game. Don't know what the rules are.
I think it's a slower version of cricket, I think.
Yeah, well, that really cleared it up for me.
Oh dear, I cannot believe Nock just won a 1 versus 3 like that. Vitality, that was your chance. That was the moment that this entire half the momentum could have, Vitality could have had an 11-4, a 12-3 half had they won that. They would have had economic control down the later stages of the half as well, and they just let it slip away into 3 versus 1. I've seen a lot of typical French Counter-Strike today.
We have, and again, it was just the confusion around the bomb and not being able to throw it across, and it was just like, it was very painful to watch. Well, they've half bought up, but again, the economy means they can buy next round anyway, so in that sense, they've found a nice rhythm here where they could be dangerous, but they can still, they can still buy in the next round, so I guess that's kind of cool.
Man, I'm still hung up on that. Especially considering the Mac 10's so aggressive on the site, the P250 from RPK with the double kill, everything was perfect, everything went exactly as designed.
started the wrap around. Twist, Hampers, and Rez dug quite... Oh, they're going to be split instead. I thought maybe they were going to try and actually go for the fight, but nope. Nok and Plopsky inside of the B-bomb site, but this is very scary. They don't even realize. Now they finally do, but if Nok or Plopsky, any one of them go down in this RPG again at work with that ridiculous pistol, and finally Nok comes in. Needs more than just the one. He's going to get 3, in fact. Bomb will still be planted, and now it's a 2-on-3 with a Molotov on Saiwu, and there are no smokes available here for NIP. Let's see if he has the guts to save it. No, he's going to use it really early on. That would have been fun, though, if he had.
They do have one flashbang on Zaiwu as well. This is going to be the peak for Apex. He's got to go with it as soon as it's thrown. Here it comes. Apex peeking from dark, and there's an off shot. Zaiwu down to 13 health. He's going to get spammed. It's only Apex in the back of the site. He had to have that kill clean and quick. It's not to be. And NIP still just barely holding onto this map.
Man, again, I feel like maybe there was a world in which he could have... It's hard to know if they would have had a smoke. I guess if you're Cyber, you're just thinking, well, if they have one there, it doesn't really matter. Regardless, dangerous round that Vitality can't really convert. Gonna get the bomb plant and a lot of money to work with, though. Orb on Twist.
All right. Yeah, and remember, that had great impact early on for NIP. It seems like they've at least picked up in the other areas where they don't have to rely on the AWP, but still a pretty dangerous weapon. That smoke is going to cause some hesitation for Vitality, as it could indicate a push down middle. And again, NIP running a defense at the moment, nobody actually in the A-bomb site. There's a timing here, as Masuta, Zaiwu, and Shox all pushing in towards A-halls. There's a timing that could have been ugly for NIP, and I think Vitality's going to just miss it. Still, they're going to be very happy about nobody in pit.
Yep, and that trade is huge. Rez catching the mid-air, but he needed that kill. He's going to be back around the smoke, though, and Twist wanted to help him out, and you can't blame him. I mean, Rez is in trouble, but the fact is he ended up over-peaking and then goes down. Nice shot from Rez, but the fires will catch him, and Nok now coming through 1 versus 3 here, and this is a really big problem. If he can do it again, he's an absolute superhero. He's getting a kill on Shox, and they know exactly where he is. He's trapped in the corner, and surely they're going to be able to win it. That's an 8th round, but even worse, it's a huge chunk out of the NIP economy.
Yeah, they really don't have a whole lot to fight with, and they might just want to save for the final round of the half. Maybe a half buy on 2 or 3 players, but other than that, they do not have the money to really mount anything. And again, I thought Vitality missed the timing, but they actually hit it pretty damn close to perfect. First player blinded out in the open, even though he gets the 1 kill, that's fine. 1-for-1 trade is super impactful there, as you can tell. And they've Vitality now with a 3-round lead, 8-5, a chance to make it 9-5, a good chance against what's going to be Deagles, but Plopsky's fully investing. If NIP go all in on this round, that could have been a 3-for-1 victory for Vitality in the last one.
Yeah. Oh man. It's going to be a Deagle and a flashbang on Plopsky, and more investment coming in. They really are buying into it, at least some of them are. It's happening slowly, but it is happening. What do you think about that?
I don't like it, but I mean, I guess when you're down 5 rounds, you're down 5-8 on the CT side of Inferno. I guess you kind of have to take a little bit of a risk. They probably feel like they need more rounds before switching over. And we know these Deagles can do work, so let's see. Either way, the odds are not looking pretty for the Ninjas at the moment.
No, they do sort of reflect the reality around just how well the French side has been playing here. It is really, really impressive. Perez over on the one side of the pit there with the M4. Hampers the sole defender inside of the B-bomb site with a Deagle, and if they test him, I mean, surely they're gonna, if they actually go for him, there's nothing you can do, right? If you slow it down and the smoke comes up.
But that's good. I mean, obviously, well, it's not good for NIP, but it's Vitality playing it correctly, applying a little bit of pressure, forcing some of that utility out. And normally, you know, you'd probably see the players hold onto those smokes a little bit longer if they had rifles, but at such a disadvantaged fight, you can't really take that risk. Here it comes, stack on wraps on best chance for NIP. Oh, they're gonna get a couple kills of those Deagles, but Apex commits again, and Nock finds one more. Very far back, and there's Rez with the M4. Vitality walked right into the stack. Saiwoo's got knifed out, and he switches over, but it's not fast enough. 8-6, but NIP, they hold on and get a couple of free rifles.
I actually think part of the problem there was that the first people around the corner there at Arch just didn't swing quite wide enough. They actually needed to go further. I think we'll maybe see it here. So they did. I don't know how they don't get this kill. There's 3 people shooting at the guy on the pallet there, and they still don't do it. That's kind of hard to even explain, isn't it?
That's so brutal. For NIP, though, they've got to be so happy. They've got to be jumping for joy. The risk paid off.
I mean, listen, credit to NIP. I'm kind of impressed that they're back at 6 rounds even. I don't think it's necessarily a great first half, but it's not at the point yet now where you say, well, this whole map is just, washed away from them or anything.
Yeah. They've avoided the catastrophe of going into the second half saying, man, there's really not a great chance that we can pull this back. They've actually survived the worst that Vitality could throw at them. Or I guess the best that the Vitality has thrown at them. This is a pretty incredible job from them on defense. Nice counter flashes, 1-for-1 trade. Plopsky's still alive, and he mows down 2.
Well, 2 on 3, another bomb plant here, but the Vitality's after plants have not actually looked that great. And in the 15th round, NIP, they've got so many grenades to make this work. If they find out exactly where the Vitality players are, they can use those smokes and Molotovs to block them out and really isolate them. And especially in that corner that Saiwoo's in right now, if they Molotov that, then there's no out for him. He doesn't have any smokes or anything to get rid of them. He's going to go for the fight early, though, and he'll take down Rez. Now, let's see. Oh, the grenade lands, but Saiwoo continues. More headshots. Now a flashbang, and he wants to finish it, and he will. What a quad kill coming out from him, and a 9th round there for Vitality. That was absolutely brutal.
That was a supreme round from Saiwoo. 4 kills, 17-7. He ends the half on. We're headed to a break, and we'll come back and we'll have the conclusion of NIP and Vitality.
Bought into the idea that, fundamental Counter-Strike is the basis for being a good team.
Gratisfaction blocks him from the sky. They've got a lot to prove in this matchup. It's 100 Thieves!
We should be a contender to be in the top 5 teams.
Internally, I feel like we're pretty hardworking.
The Aussie lineup known for this crazy practice, known for the boot camps and what they can deliver.
They have a very good base and understanding of how they want to approach the game as a team, and that's something that a lot of teams lack. They don't have an identity.
Aaron, for example, he's always getting hyped up and cheering all of us on.
I mean, me and Justin were pretty different people, I would say. He's a very quiet person in general. I'm probably a little bit more louder than him, but in game, I think we just have a respect for each other.
They have a star individual in JKS. He made it within the top 20 players last year, and I know that's actually going to drive him further. It's actually going to inspire him to play even better Counter-Strike. So if he can play better than he did last year, I think everyone needs to watch out.
And he takes down Kenny. Follows up onto Hunter. 3 frags from him.
We met our goal last year of making the top 5, and we want to keep building upon that, and trophies is the next step.
I think we had a lot of success last year, and I think we know what works for us in terms of practice and scheduling and stuff like that, so putting all that to use this year and only improving on that, I think we should only just do better.
I think the standout characteristic of Evil Geniuses is probably just being super hard hitting in the game.
I would
would say dangerous, just because our potential and our peak is kind of unknown, so we can, play at an insane level.
I actually think that they're probably top 2 or 3 team in the world in terms of raw skill across the squad, and they use that as their main strength.
9 seconds now. He makes for the jump, and Stanislaw, he nearly gets it, and he will eventually.
I would say erratic is the word that best describes Evil Geniuses.
Hype for sure. I think we just love that energy.
I would say exciting, just because it's probably pretty exciting to watch us, just to see how we do.
Who knows, if somebody wins a big round, then it might jump over the glass.
He's now trying burst fire mixed in. He gets a headshot at the end.
I think the most obvious player to look out for in EG is Breeze.
He's just on another level right now, and he's constantly hitting shots, and he's always the danger man.
He's always going ham, and he's always having sick games.
But if he does well, that's almost always the barometer that the good EG is going to turn up and could maybe win its own.
10 seconds left, and he's going for the fight up, and the open Breeze will win it.
I think we're definitely on course to reach that level that we reached last year, and we're hungry to reach it again.
Top 4s on a consistent basis and reaching finals on a consistent basis.
So for me, it's EG all the way. It's going blue all the way.
Nice little profile there of Evil Geniuses. Definitely still a fun team to watch. But we've got NIP and Vitality. 9 rounds in the first half for the French side. Jason, it's gonna be very, very tough for NIP, I think, to come back in the second half.
It is, but I think if you're gonna lean on anything to say that they can do it, it's how much did they withstand in that first half. It looked like Vitality was gonna be able to wipe him out of the map in just 15 rounds of play, essentially. So that was pretty sick to see NIP hang on in tough situations. I like this aggressive Visceron as well. Shocks and Masuta up in the halls. Although Nock might be hearing or seeing that drop.
He definitely had the flashbangs, but he's still going to take a bullet to the face. I almost wondered if NIP could have tried to react based on that aggression, because they knew what was coming, I think. Rez charges into the bomb site now, but more backup is coming. RPK will take down Plobsky. I think he was flashed as well. Shocks with a kill on Hampus, and it's falling apart right now for the Swedes. I'm not even sure they're going to get a bomb plant, so maybe try and go for one of those early buys. They might just have to wait, and that's, time and rounds. They don't really have to wait either. Nice shots.
Oh my god. They got a gush through the smoke. Look at the HP. That's just Glock spam as they're running, and they have a real chance at winning this Visceron somehow. Just a second ago, they were completely boxed into banana. Now Vitality is all over the map. They don't know what's happening.
Wow. They can actually, Twist can throw that standard smoke to block out RPK.
Yeah.
This can actually work.
I don't know how they've got themselves in this position, but it just continues the trend of NIP somehow digging themselves out of every hole that Vitality has put them into. They're playing this very slow. That smoke is going to come out any second, but they don't want to give away the game too soon. So just now it goes up. RPK has the information, but 5 HP. He doesn't want to go for it. 5 HP on RPK, 3 HP on Zaiwu, but Rez, he's putting himself in danger if he pushes in here. He's got to clear everything. Great shot from RPK, and that might have been too much of a risk.
Yeah, it might have been. That was a huge chance there, and RPK will land one more headshot. Beautiful triple from him. The last 2 kills there, so crucial, but honestly, that's... just for the future of Vitality, these rounds can't end up turning out this way. They were so aggressive even after they had essentially won the round.
It's wild. This kill is great. That right there, that little sequence was the gush onto RPK.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
There's some absolute wild stuff happening on the Vitality fan cam.
Oh, it's getting weird.
Yeah.
It's getting weird.
The best kind of weird. Oh, let's see now. Pushed up in the middle. Sharks and Apex. They want to put the pressure on, and NIP, obviously, with the bomb plan now, means they can actually buy, and they have, but they're still losing all across the board. 3-for-1 trade, and Cypher with a headshot to take down Hampus, and that was quick.
That was good mid-aggression, and then a pause, a tense pause to wait for a flashbang, but that neutralized those AK-47s in a big way. Knock in a 1 versus 3. He won one of these in the first half, completely different situation this time as well. Look at Vitality, they've just evacuated the premises. They're just like, yep, you can have the bomb, you can have as much space as you want, we're going to force you into a bomb site. Masuta is playing over at Banana, at top, towards the car and half wall. And he's got a smoke, so even if he spots anything, now he's deep into the site, but he could just drop that smoke and buy time. 2 players over at A, and Shox is playing early warning at the corner on the left.
I mean, Nork is their star player right now. It's 17 kills, the only one in double digits at all here on the NIP side. So if anyone could do it, maybe it'd be him, but I think he's about to get shot at the back. And oh no! I can't believe it. How does he turn around to check that? Out of control. Still, he's in a lot of trouble. 30 seconds. He sees the fight down there. Grenade to try and see if he can do some more damage. A headshot on RPK from a 1-on-3 into a 1-on-1. What a miraculous play coming out from Nork. Now, can he finish what he started here? Masuta is coming around the corner, and Nork, he's hiding. He's already got the quad kill, and he's on par for you to try and see if he get the ace at the end. Walking right into his crosshairs. Masuta coming in. Nork standing up. He sees it, and there it is. What a genius!
He's won 2 1 versus 3 in this game, and you're exactly right. He is the only thing keeping NIP alive. That should have been an impossible round. And again, Vitality just played it so well until right at the end, the late round scenario in a 1 versus 3, everyone is alone and isolated. You can have one player at the B bomb site spotting, playing alone, but those 2 players at A, there's no reason to not be together. And that's an Apex level meme. And
I can't even, I don't know how he turns against Shox. How does he turn around to see that?
yeah, you're just, I guess you're clearing everything as you go up, and you feel a little bit safe when no one peeks from library. The big one, I think, is RPK peeking out from pit. Could have slow played that as well. I mean, there's a lot of things you could criticize after the fact, but the big one is just, you have 3 people. Put 2 together and 1 person on the other side of the map who just stays safe at the other bomb site. But the fact that there was no teamwork in that 3-on-1 is just so strange.
Yeah. Yeah, no one could revenge any of those kills. Vitality are determined to play this game on hard mode at the moment. They really want to make sure it gets maximally difficult. Nork will continue, taking down Saiwu this time. And they have invested into the round here, Vitality, so this is not nothing. If NIP end up walking away with this victory, it's going to be just a painful conversation on the French side afterwards, you have to assume. Of how do we...
They've had to have a lot of painful conversations over the years, Sanders. I think they're used to it at this point. I think they all know what those conversations feel like.
Nork is at 23 kills. He's outright everyone on the server, and yeah, he's having himself a monstrous game right now. It's cool to watch. I mean, all they need surely on the NIP side is for someone to join him, someone to catch up even to half his level at the moment, and they'd be in a good spot.
Yeah, that would be nice. It would certainly help. This is good at the moment that they at least have the economic advantage in the early stages of this half. Even that first gun round might be a little bit tough for Vitality. And NIP, it's their turn to just crank up the aggression, crank up the pace. They know it's going to be a save. Mac-10s are out against unarmored opponents, tapping away at the head. Masuta forced into the open, forced into a jumping Mac-10. And a 9th round now for the Ninjas is going to be put on the board.
Yeah, and they know exactly where the rest of them are. Happy to try and take some of these fights. All they have to worry about is the Deagle, but not really that much of a worry. 9-10. I'm so confused. On the one hand, I'm excited for Nork just single-handedly lifting the entire NIP team. What a great story that is, but there's part of me that just doesn't want to... I don't want to see these kind of collapses from Vitality when they have the lead in some of these rounds.
No, and because they've played so good as well, like some of that T-side calling was very fun, very cool to watch. They had a lot of the correct calls. And it's just, I mean, it's impressive that Nip's in it, and it's also heartbreaking that Vitality haven't been able to capitalize on everything they've given themselves. Especially when you consider Vitality more than most teams in the professional scene, the biggest question marks for this squad have really come around, tactic, leadership, which in-game leader. They had the whole Shocks NBK thing. Alex was in there doing well for a while. And then they've had this jockeying. Now Apex has taken over, and we're questioning where that's going to end up going. And at least in the early stages, it looks cool. Just too many. I mean, losing 2 1v3s is heartbreaking.
Man, that was a deep smoke being thrown by Twist. I wonder if they were going to try and do anything more with it. I actually thought maybe they would try and speed it up, but they did also get smoked out in middle, so maybe that's why they've slowed it down here. But NIP have checked out Banana and not seen anyone, so they might feel like they could do this. One good pop flash in the middle, and they can actually go and fight RPK and Saibu.
Yeah, we'll see when the timing comes in. They're going to go for it. Looks like pretty soon here. Rez coming up to the angle, pushing down holes as well. There's a nade into Boiler. Goes past Twist, but it does some damage. There's the jump out. He knows where RPK is. Zywoo's all alone. That is a comprehensive victory for NIP and just Shocks. You're not re-peeking from that angle. And it's time to save for the other 2 Vitality members. Masuta and Apex, no chance to get involved. 10 to 10.
Wow. Yeah, now you're starting to feel like NIP have really come alive. It's like they lived through all of it. They watched Nork ace his way into through a 1 versus 3, and then that was what it took to wake them up. The rest of them started to really get on the scoreboard now, and they're about to tie it up. I can't believe what I'm seeing here.
Why not? This is what we're talking about. Who'd you pick for this game? Did you have Vitality? Did you have Nip?
Oh, I can't even remember. Again, I just, I probably should have some better answers for you, but at least it's on the graphics, so we definitely know whenever we go and find it.
You picked Vitality.
I picked
Vitality.
Oh dear. Well, now I'm going to be mad if they don't. I'm not gonna... I need the points.
Tweet at them. Let them know.
Okay. So what do we... I mean, they have some rifles saved, but this is really turned, and it's just turned really quickly. Rez and Plobsky are pushing up Banana, Nork is on the other side, so yeah, they're being defensive early on, but they are checking out Banana, and again, they're getting it kinda without having to spend that much energy on it here.
Yeah, I wonder when we're going to see Vitality challenge a little bit more. I'm actually interested. I don't think NIP is going to end up at this B bomb site because, I mean, if they're thinking, logically and critically about the problem ahead of them, they have to know the 2 players who saved those rifles are the B defenders.
Yeah, you'd probably want to avoid that. If they go now, it's only one of them. Go back to A, it's a stack.
Masuta's got one more smoke though, so as soon as that one fades, he's going to put it down. And I think during that second smoke, during its lifespan while it's up, you'll eventually, I imagine you will see Apex rotate back. That's a great push. They pop flash mid, and they push down. Vitality trying to get the information. They see nobody in mid, so it's a shift back to the B bomb site.
Masuta's hiding inside of the smoke. If he gets the right timing, he could maybe line it up. He's certainly thinking about it. There's the swing, but he gets nothing out of it. They saw that coming. And I think that's probably the round here. Again, Apex with the M4, maybe not want to risk it. Shocks is showing up with a deagle, but the smoke fades, and you could almost find that would have been insane, but not happening. Rez with a triple instead, and now NIP in the lead, winning 5 in a row, catching fire, and they're up 11 to 10.
This is wild stuff. This is really good from NIP. 5 in a row now. And finally we have Zywoo with the AWP. We have Vitality with plenty of utility as well. 1 kit is on Shocks. But this is where, if you're Vitality, Zywoo is going to step up. This is where your star needs to shine to get you back in this game. Again, no defense of Banana. NIP is able to march all the way up to Car with basically just 2 Molotovs.
Yeah, and it does allow them to do so many things behind that. It looks like Masuda and Apex want to try and retake it after the fact, which I think if they were to do that, I'd be a huge fan of it. Look at NIP. They're all outside of middle, but the rest of Vitality don't know it. Those 2 players in B have just no information.
Yeah, but if Zaiwu gets flashed off the angle, they're going to be in trouble.
See, Sharks pushing through, wants to be there to help out his team. There's Cyber with a kill. RPK still hiding in the corner, and Sharks will get one before he's loses 2 teammates on the other side. It's Nork to return, and now it's a 3-on-3. They're inside of the side, and Shoxy wants to get up and see if he can flank them. He could still be the hero in this round.
Rez needs to get out of there with the bomb, and who's going to watch the flank after he leaves? They don't have the cover of smoke anymore. Shox is going to come in. Hampus is watching this for the moment, and Shox pulls an 8 out. That is unfortunate timing. Here it comes. Pop flash. Shox is going to peek. Hampus is ready. Ready to go. And now he can stay alive in pit. He's safe for the moment.
Yeah, he's just waiting for the cue. There's no reason for him to take the fight. Just wait until they get closer. Apex is already escaping, and man, if Shox if he had his rifle out, that would have been a kill.
Or at least an opportunity for it, right? At least the chance to take that shot. And unfortunately, Vitality back away and save these guns are not able to recover the AWP that Zaiwu had. And that, we have seen that defense so many times, and that is the weak point of it. If you send anyone through halls as NIP, if there's that lane stack, while there's attention on mid, that jump out is so dangerous, especially because you can curve through the smoke and negate anyone in pit. This round, they have to deal with that, but it's a double kill.
Wow. I'm actually shocked because it starts out well enough, but Nork coming in with the spray, that's it. Too much to handle.
Shox even gets blinded. Shox even gets blinded by Apex, his teammate.
Yeah.
So a little bit of miscommunication on top of it all. This, I don't know, I wonder, you can do this with a lot of maps that have been played in the history of Counter-Strike, I would imagine, but you have to feel for Vitality in the sense that those 2 1 versus 3 that knocked 1 in this game, what is the trajectory of this map if he doesn't win those, if they play those fine?
Yeah. It's
starting to look like NIP's going to run away with this.
That's absolutely what it feels like to me right now, and I can't even imagine the level of frustration because, again, it's not like they were so far ahead and they were playing really well, but all the rounds they've lost have just been slightly silly, to be honest. We'll see. Back at Banana, and it's Masuta taking down Popsky. Swings for it with the AK and takes him right down. That was a nice little hit. Hampus, though, we almost, I think, had the timing then. That could have been dangerous. It still might be.
Oh, he's hearing the footsteps. Oh, Masuta's so dead. Mistake out of inexperience, and what a huge trade. 2 players into the bomb site. There's still actually a great opportunity for Vitality to win this round. It's a 3-on-2. They don't have a kit, but they do have an AK-47 and some utility. It's this position that's going to be so tough to clear out.
Yeah, very tough against Rez. He's definitely a very good player again. Turning around for the flashbang there, and yeah, they have the right idea, but how do you get rid of him? The answer is don't. Big double kill, and now it's Twist left. Another heavy hitter here of the NIP team. Shox is low on health. He does have a smoke, so he's going to try and see if he can tap it, but it will be a 10-second defuse, and that's just hard to do. He comes out and goes down to Twist. AK versus MP9. That was a predictable outcome, and another round, 13-10 here. Oh god, man, they are running away with this game, winning 7 rounds in a row on this T side right now.
Oh, that's a great shot to start the round for Masuta, but this one right here is a massive either miscommunication between the 2 players. I have to think that Masuta thought Apex was at least holding enough of an angle to know if they were walking in, that he would have the information that they were coming into the bomb site.
Yeah, but I think it's...
But the drop off the boxes that made the noise.
Yeah, and I think Hampus knew that actually that he had fallen back that way. I think he heard him running. Cyber there to pick up the kill. Hampus ducked right into that. He can't get back around the corner, but pushing Cyber like this is really dangerous. Yeah, and I think they might know that, like, actually, let's not try and chase him down. Good opening for Vitality.
Well, they won the last round in a 4-on-5.
Yeah. They could do it again. That's an early smoke from Masuta, isn't it?
Take it away.
Well, I was just gonna say that is a really early smoke for Masuta to throw down. I know he's just covering this part of the map on his own, but that does leave him with a Molotov, I guess. But they can wait around NIP, and I think that's just what they're doing. Let's see if it ever gets put up again. No smoke returning, so Banana is theirs.
Yeah, he's deep into the bomb site now, and I think more than anything, that's going to put some pressure on Zaiwu, who would be the one who knows, excuse me, it'd be Apex and the one who'd be rotating back. He doesn't have a smoke either. There's the Molotov, and that's the seconds needed to get Apex back at this B bomb site to kind of shore up the defense here. But again, they have nothing to block these choke points. It's going to be an aim battle, and Apex is smoked off.
Super inside of the site, good early headshot. Rez there, quick with the trade. 25 seconds. RPK and Cyber going to be retaking from Banana. Apex actually showing up with a really good kill there. And no bomb plant happening yet. They've really slowed down behind it. And Nog realized he has to go back and check, but there's another one there. He did hit the straight headshot. Nog is good for 1 kill and 1 kill only. Yeah, 9 seconds here. Plowski trying to push in, and he's not going to be able to do it. Even if he had, I'm not sure he could have actually won the round. Vitality finally getting back in the game.
Yeah, but they missed a step here right at the end. RPK did not run back to actually go pick up the AWP from Zaiwu. They haven't recovered that. Remember, that got them the opening pick in the previous round, and obviously it's Zaiwu. Give them the op as much as you possibly can. So they'll be missing that critical weapon. 2-round lead for NIP, and the money is not good for Vitality. Again, a victory here for the Ninjas might just seal this map. Even just a solid take of a bomb site might force Vitality to not actually try and go for the retake.
Oh, they're going to be quick about it as well. Look at this, running up through the arch all the way around. They've got RTK and Cyber pushed into the bomb site. Rez leading the charge, and they're in so much trouble, Vitality. They need some strong early kills. NIP have slowed it down, and there's at least one of them. RPK realizing someone would have had to have boosted him up there. Apex gets a kill. Is it actually going to turn? Can they really survive this? Vitality. Cyber gets one more before he goes down, but it's a 2-on-2 now with the bomb behind Shox. He keeps fighting. Did he not know where the bomb was?
Yeah, he must have had no idea. Must not have seen it. That's a huge mistake. Masuta, 1 versus 2. Nox gonna go down. Rez for the trade, goes for the peek, and Masuta backing off. 1 minute, and he uses a Molotov early. Smoke as well goes down, but he gives up the angle. He puts the utility in the choke point and just backs away. Rez can play this as slow as he'd like.
Is he going to expect the reposition? He's got the right idea, and Masuta coming up with a 1 versus 2. He nearly gave it away, and I just think the fact that they didn't know where the bomb was, that nearly lost them everything.
That might just be the pressure of the situation and maybe the frustration coming to bear. I think more often than not, that bomb keeps them firmly planted where they are. There was no need for that push from Shox to get involved in this fashion. Especially with the smoke down. Good win from Masuta. But still, the money is on the edge.
Yeah, it really is on the edge, and NIP could still buy even after this one. I mean, they have a pretty good bank on Rez there, so I'm sure they'll keep forcing it up. Tried to get flashed in, but Plowski was quick to spin and take down Shox. This is a very intense game we've got going on.
Yeah, this has been beautiful so far. This low economy and the buy right on the edge for Vitality means they are missing a lot of utility. Means they can't actually rotate anyone off of the B bomb site. I almost feel like the best option for Vitality to actually win this is exactly what they're doing now, but pull Zaiwu over and you can defend with 3 players in A. Either way, everyone's here. Plowski with a double kill, but Zaiwu is unexpected. Nade out for Plowski. Do they want to go forward?
No. RPK in the middle, though. Almost finding a kill. It took a second too long. If that had been an instant shot, he could have been ready for Hampers. Now it's Cyber 1 versus 2. He's here pretty quickly. Twist needs to make the cross. They're going to be trying to smoke him off. Some heads-up play coming out now. They're holding the smoke. He walks right into certain death, and that's 14 rounds. Oh, man, the money for Vitality, this is dreadful.
Yeah, it's gross, and Ninjas have so much cash built up from their earlier successes. What a battle for NIP to be in this position. They had to withstand, if you're just joining us and you missed the first half, Vitality put together a very, very good T-side on Inferno. And NIP had to do everything they could. Nock has had to win 2 1 versus 3s to keep NIP alive in this map, and now he's got Rez joining him. You mentioned all NIP need is one more player to join Nock and having actual production in this map, and they've got it in Rez.
Yeah, and that's beautiful for them. Nock is up about their 30 kills, but Rez at 21, really starting to catch up here. This is This is a great sign for the future of NIP, isn't it? We saw like some of their resilience when they were playing on Vertigo, but that was against Saw, and we maybe rated them a bit lower. But here against Vitality, they were so far behind. They're already getting beat up, and they just lived through all of it. Force up for Vitality makes sense, I guess. Don't want to be playing for the tie.
I want to fight for the win. Listen, remember, NIP had to do a bye like this at the end of the first half as well. Right at pretty much this exact same situation in the final 3 rounds of the first half. It paid off for them with 2 rounds they won right at the close. 2 of the last 3. We'll see if Vitality can do something similar. Quiet on the map, but look over towards brackets. And this has been happening all half. It feels like, not so much at brackets where Vitality's had some aggressive defenses from time to time, but Vitality has never battled or contested top banana control.
No, they really haven't. Good kill on Saibu. Hampus just able to pick it up. That leaves RPK and Shocks inside of the bomb site, and they're in so much trouble. What a beautiful headshot from Hampus. Just effortless. RPK, yeah, he was going to get traded no matter what in that position, and there's no point in fighting.
This stems from the same idea of fighting for banana control, but, like, Swedes have historically always been some of the most raw, skilled Counter-Strike players in the history of the game, and Vitality's giving them a lot of space to work with. This was a passive defense, although admittedly they had some weaker weapons, but if you're never going to challenge for banana control, like, that feels like a huge problem, where pretty much every other team in the professional scene knows you have to at least have some kind of a plan to push down banana and utility sequences in banana. Vitality have shown none of that here.
Yeah, I mean, it is starting to really become a big problem, and I don't know, it seems like it's almost too late to try and solve it now, given the fact that they're not going to have much of the equipment that you normally would try and use that. I mean, there are ways to try and get that banana control early on, and again, maybe even if they don't want to fight for it right away, I'd be happy if they just try to retake it sometimes. Maybe, and it's the same is true for middle. If you don't want to have it straight on, just try and flash your way in, 20 seconds into the round and see what you find.
Vitality's at least tried a little bit of that brackets aggression at the very least. Like, we've seen a number of times they've had that stack towards porch, towards quad. We've seen a couple of times, especially in the pistol round, a couple of players push in towards A-halls. But it's been punished once or twice, and they've never tried to go back to it. Regardless, that all gets thrown out the window now. 15 to 12. NIP have 3 rounds to close this out.
Here we go. MP9, UMP, a couple of FAMASas, and an M4 there on Apex. Is it going to be enough to stop the Swedes? Masuta and Apex inside of the bomb site, and peeking that is dangerous. They're outside waiting. They could go for an incredibly fast attack here. They could have the Molotovs on Masuta.
This could be a timing hit.
It definitely could be.
The utility is just running out. Even if Nock just throws the smallest of fakes over towards the A bomb site, but this is the hot hand that NIP doesn't have with their main attack. They want him to provide some kind of a distraction, apply a little bit of pressure to keep the defense here. It's not working. Zaiwu's already rotated over to B.
Yeah, they were starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable that all they heard in the middle was an AK-47. 40 seconds.
Oh, he just came to throw the smoke and he's backing off. That's a heartbreaking timing for NIP, but they're going to wait behind it.
Bomb now making its way back. 28 seconds. Man, they're running this clock very low. There's not going down to Shocks. A quick return from Rez. Now it's RPK and Cyber. We were at the A-bomb site. 18 seconds on the clock. Can they stay alive? Can they actually try to bring it back here and maybe tie this series up? It's RPK and Cyber inside of the smoke. Oh no, running for the fire. 8 seconds left and Cyber with a double kill. And that's the round. The bomb is on the ground. There's nothing they can do here to win it. So 1 versus 3 for Hampus. That is heartbreaking for NIP. I mean, they just left themselves no time.
That is the first round of this half where we've seen NIP play the round scared. Scared to take the victory, and now look what they've done. They have been able to lean on an economic advantage the entirety of this second half. once they took control, they've never given it back. They've constantly reset Vitality. They've reduced the amount of time that ZywOo's had an AWP in his hands. He has never consistently had the weapon. They just handed him one for free. And even if he goes down, he'll be able to get one in the last round of the half. That could not have gone worse for the Ninjas.
At least they still have money to buy. I guess that's that's something that they can look to here. If they lose the next round, though, it's going to be a slight bit more tricky. Although, yeah, the round loss bonus is not even really building for them. So, yeah, they might have a little bit of more trouble in the next round if they want to try and see if they can close it out. Bomb is far back, so NIP just set up for some tests early on here. But again, they're getting banana for free.
Here comes that delayed take. ZywOo's creeping up to it. It's a good peek. Oh, Plopsky was almost able to pounce, but he wanted ZywOo. He didn't know Apex was going to be at the corner. NIP again. Some difficulty here. And wouldn't it be a shame if they couldn't close this out, if this ended in a tie? Hampton's going to turn the corner right into the crosshair of Masuda. A nice trade, but still a 3-on-4.
Look at how deep in Twist is. If he can find one more kill, that could open it all up. But there's only 30 seconds. If he goes down instead, I don't know. I think, yeah, we're probably going to go to the 30th round right away. RPK and Shocks with a good crossfire. ZywOo started to make it over there. Look at how he's trying to find it. He needs that shot, and he's not going to get it. RPK standing tall in the pit for a second, at least enough for a kill. ZywOo's there with a crossfire, and now 10 seconds left. There's nothing to do. Shocks will take down Nok. He was never getting out from behind that box. 15-14.
What a change that we've seen ever since NIP just relinquished that previous round. Now that Vitality have the utility to force NIP into a late hit, they seemingly have all their plans taken away from them. 15-14. One last opportunity for NIP to take all the points. This map will not go into overtime. A tie gives a point to both teams.
Man, again, I thought once NIP went on a 7-round run, they looked indestructible. And then Vitality decided to give it one last swing here, and it seems to be working. Nok at 31 kills, ZywOo at 27. So, those are the two tops right now battling it out. Man, this is a very strange game.
It is. It's a very strange game, but a very cool game so far. I've liked it very much. Even its scrappy parts. Either way, we get to forget about all those now. Round 30, 15-14, NIP. They've squandered 2 chances to close the map. One final opportunity. And they've got to do it with 2 Tech 9s, 2 AKs, and a Galil. The worst buy they've had for some time in this half.
Well, ZywOo just took a peek down second mid and saw no one. And they're not really using that information for much of anything. They're still keeping everyone here. Banana in control of NIP. Apex and Masuda with a very, very forward defense. They're boosting as they're being pushed on. Oh my god, they could be dangerous. Masuda will get a kill on Rez. And 4 more kills, and at least they'll get 1 point out of it. Twist going straight for the bomb plant here. Humpus with a kill, taking down Apex. That was with a Tech 9, and he steals the M4 to fall back. Have NIP found exactly what they need here? No one is retaking from Banana, and they still have another flashbang on Nok. He could do so much if he times it right.
Yeah, but he's stuck in the corner. He's stuck in the back corner, so he'll have to expose himself to throw that properly. What an intense situation for Vitality.
Yes, it is. There's a kill on Hampus. A little bit of a spray comes out. Bomb is taking away in front. Prob's giving 1 good kill. Twist in the back, and he's flashed. He can't see much. They're hunting him. He's going to get 1, but he goes down, and they're going to run straight for it. I think they just have it absolutely close round. Down to the last second, but it's 15-15. Oh my god, that's a ridiculous game.
Yeah, how fitting this actually ends in a tie, because both teams showed some really cool stuff, but neither team really deserved to win it. Even NIP finally getting to 15-12 and then playing scared right at the end of the half, not taking that victory, even in